Spending the dish 2,000 on shoes. Spend with no limit, 100 on jewels. Too many bitches, they coming in twos. I took a perk, I been itching since noon. Why the broke is the loudest in the room? Why all of a sudden niggas won't be cool? Ain't giving second chances, ain't no fool. I'm out my depression, life been going smooth. Won't be.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Kings out. Y'all know I'm back with another video. And today I'm here with Lace the Hands.
Hi, how y'all doing?
And like I told y'all, I got some interviews I'm doing with local artists from around the city where I stay. So we're here with Lace the Hands. And the first question I want to ask, who is Lace the Hands?
Who is Lace the Hands? Lace the Hands is a jack of all trades, if I had to say. I'd say Lace the Hands is a producer, a singer-songwriter. She is a musician, and a lot more that's coming forth in 2019, like hosting and so on and so forth. You'll see.
All right, yeah, so from there, I want to say, like, I know you play drums, so how did that come about? From when you first started playing drums?
Playing drums actually came about from me being in my grandmother's kitchen, beating on her pots and pans. And then a lot of people tried to get me to stop, and my grandmother would say, you know, leave me alone, because she was, she prophesied about it, and when she told everybody, you know, what she saw, then that's exactly what happened. And in church, I eventually gained the courage to go up there, and she was a preacher at Mount Olive, and which is over in North Florence, over close to Iola Jones Park, Oakland Avenue. And I actually went up there before she passed away. I did that, and at the age of 5, I started playing on the drum set in this very same room right here.
So I know that was a blessing that she got to see you actually play before she passed.
Yes, I'm very glad that she did. She actually got me a little toy drum. It's in one of the videos that's on my Instagram page. And I was beating on that. It was me and my mother sitting down, and my dad was videoing, and for some reason I had enough sense to say to my mom, play I've Been Searching, well, sing I've Been Searching, which was a Canton spiritual song, because I was raised up in the church. So she started singing the song, and I started playing to, playing to her singing the song in the videos. I don't know why or how I was able to come up with that in my head to ask. Jones. Come up with that in my head to ask her, but that's what happened. So,
all right. So, did you play any in like elementary or?
Definitely, I definitely did. We actually started the first drumline ever over at North Vista Elementary School. Bivens Elliott, myself, he approached me about it, and we started that, and then we did some great things over in elementary school, and then we got to middle school at Williams Middle School. Officer Terrence Caraway approached us about it, because we didn't want to, you know, just go straight into that. So he approached us about it, and God bless the dead, but we went forward with that over at Williams, and he kept in contact with us. Got to high school, and that's when all of us went our separate ways, and then I continued with marching through high school and carried on to college.
From middle school, well, from elementary school to middle school, y'all carried that from elementary to there. So, did you break any barriers or anything being from, because being a female percussionist is kind of rare. Like, you don't really see too many female percussionists. So,
I can say this, over at North Vista Elementary School, I was the first female to ever begin on the drumline over there. We did eventually have some other individuals come about, like Phaedrian Williams and Regina Gregg. They both ended up joining the drumline as well over at North Vista, and then at Williams as well. And then in high school, I was the first female ever to be on the snare drum, well, on the snare line there. And as well as in college, I was the second female to ever march in college on the snare line, but I was the first female head section leader ever to exist at South Carolina State University. So there's a lot of barriers that I managed to break through, you know,
drums.
Persistence,
And, yeah. That's what's up. That's, you don't really see too many female percussionists, especially being coming through elementary school. You don't really see too many drummers at elementary schools either. So that's something. That's a sight to see. Like, so in high school, how did you had any problems coming from middle school straight to there? Like,
well, it's funny looking back on it now, but starting when I was in elementary school and middle school, there's this thing called traditional grip and match grip. And traditional grip is when you play the way you see colleges play, and match grip is when you see someone that's playing drum set. So when I was over at North Vista, I played traditionally, but I didn't play with the left drumstick in my left hand. I played the complete opposite. So I was playing with the match grip in my left hand and the traditional grip in my right hand. So they had never seen anything like that when I got to high school, and they were like, how do you do that? So I had to actually break the habit of playing like this, which I thought would never happen because it was so difficult. And then I had to switch it over and play, the correct way. So it wasn't too bad when I learned how to switch over, but yeah, that was, a little weird.
Trying to switch over. Yeah, I'm still surprised of hearing you say I really don't to this day now. It's not that many. It kind of changed, but you really still don't see that many female percussionists saying. You started from beating on your grandmother's pans and keeping that going on to you through elementary, middle school to high school. Going to high school, I know that was probably real fun doing high school, because I know high school you're not little no more, so you could expand more of playing more things. And,
yeah, it was definitely a lot of good memories back in high school.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a lot of good memories back in high school, because that's when they actually asked me to be section leader. And so I ended up being section leader.
Yeah, I know being section leader is kind of it's a big job being section leader. You gotta make sure your line's straight. If something messed up, y'all drop in. That's a lot.
It is, and being a female in a male male dominated section, it's a bigger challenge for a female, because you have to get males to listen to you as a female. Yeah. Whereas it's more common for a man to tell a woman what to do, but for a woman to tell a man what to do, or a boy what to do, it's a little weird, a little different. So, you have to have a very stern and a very hard demeanor when you're approaching something like that, a very natural leadership ability type of tactic when you're approaching something like that. So it had its, it's moments where, it had a few knuckleheads, but it was very easy to level out, and it's just about learning everybody and getting to know them. That's all.
So I know that was a fun experience. So with that being said, y'all want to stay tuned to see where she led from high school, all the way from elementary to high school to college, to what big thing happened. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to part 2 of this video. And y'all make sure y'all check her out on her social media. All that's going to be listed down below in the description box. Make sure y'all subscribe and click that bell to be notified when we upload part 2, because I know it's coming. Y'all stay tuned.
Won't be cool. Ain't giving second chances, ain't no fool. I'm out my depression, life been going smooth. Rising my session, backing through the roof. You gon' make some money, book me for a show. Most of my classmates thought I was a joke. Now look at their faces, I didn't give them hope. New phantom, I'm like I need me one of those. I built my name up.